Okay, so hello and welcome to Goomuddy's Coins and Banknotes. And in today's video, we're going to review a $100 banknote from 2010. So here is the green banknote, and a lot of people don't get these. So if you go to an ATM, you'll probably struggle to get one out. Most of them issue 20s and 50s, and even with the current inflation. And because a lot of payments now just electronic, obviously there's no need for as much banknotes. So if you're not too sure what the features are, we'll just go quickly through that. Okay, the date you will find in the serial numbers. So here we have the prefix, so that's the 2 letters, and then we have the numbers, so this is a suffix, and the first 2 numbers are the date, so this is 10, so that's 2010. And if you want another date, so here we have 2013, so 03. Okay, so on the back of the note, we have Sir John Monash, and he was a general. And both of these people on both sides passed away in 1930. Okay, so that's one reason why they probably put them on banknote. Here we have Simpson and his donkey. Up top, it looks like we've got the Edwardian flag. So all these are images from the First World War. Here we have the Light Horseman. So that might be Beersheba or some other place when they were fighting against the Ottomans. I don't think they used light cavalry like that in the Western Front or even the Eastern Front against the Russians. It was just impractical. It was more trench warfare. Okay, here we have Anzacs. So one's on a horse. And then we have the badge, so the Australian Commonwealth Infantry Military Forces. So AIF, they were called at the same time, at the time. Okay, then we have a cannon. And this is artillery. And it's from a picture in 1917 called the Artillery of Norul Valley. No idea what that is, but I suspect that that is probably somewhere in Belgium or France. Okay, we have Sir John Monash's signature. And on the bottom, so before 2002, there was no name down below, but because they were just getting too many inquiries from the Note Printing Australia or the Reserve Bank about who's on these banknotes, so they decided in 2002 to print his name on the banknotes and everyone else as well. So, and in the background, that's just security features that might represent something, but I don't know. Okay, so on the front of the note, we have Dame Nellie Melba. We have, okay, so this in here is Nellie Melba's concert logo. So that was, I believe, 2002. So we have an M and an N. So that's her name. That's her initials. And this is I think it's the Regent Theatre in Sydney. So that's the interior. And here she is in her dress. And that's her portrait. And on this side, we have the lyrebird in the window. And also we have 100. We have signatures. There's also a watermark with the coat of arms. So I don't know why they didn't use that as on the current issue that are currently being printed. And as you can see, this is actually quite a nice banknote. And here we have the 7-pointed Star of the Southern Cross, which are 1 point each represents one of the states, and the 7th point represents any other territories that correspond to the Australian continent and also overseas. Okay, so here we have hatching. This might be a security feature, or it could be just an indication of when they are cutting. So if they cut this off, that means it would be a damaged banknote and be rejected. And the same with that. So that's the only thing I can come up with. That's just a feature to make sure the banknote is properly cut. Okay, so got a UV lamp. We're going to look at UV. Okay, nothing on this side. If we turn it over, okay, it looks like, yeah, the serial number's UV up there as well, and there should be another UV feature on this banknote, because just having that is really not, it wouldn't be that secure. Okay, so this is what I'm getting under UV. I can pick up the serial numbers, okay, but underneath this 100 there should be a UV of 100, and I am just not picking that up. So either this lamp is not good enough, or there's something else going on here, and that is basically how you pick up UV. So if you go to Note Printing Australia, on this $100 banknote, this is what you should be looking for. So on the John Monash side, you got this 100. It's just not showing up under that lamp, so maybe I'll need a better torch. Okay, so we have a look at the inflation calculator. So in 2010, $100 is equivalent to about 140 now, 2023. But obviously this inflation is pretty skewed. It includes lots of luxury items, which we know have gone down a bit. So they should exclude that and include housing. If they include housing, that's going to be a lot higher. So really 40-50% is only in the last 4 years. So you need to take this with probably a passenger, a 747 load of salt. Don't trust whatever the Reserve Bank, they always get their predictions wrong. Okay, and we got the microsite, and okay, we're looking at serial numbers, so 2010. So all of these seem to be, okay, so pretty common. What you're looking for the 2010, 2010, yep, is the last prefix. So the first prefix they seem to have printed 1,000,000. Last prefix, obviously, it's about 58,000. So this is the one to look for. And really, if that doesn't get over $200, something going wrong. And also the signatures are Stevens and Henry. So if you want to look at the signatures again, that's what you're looking for. If you've got any other signatures than that, it could be counterfeit, but I don't think there's too many counterfeits. $100 are just too scrutinized. Okay, then we look at, is this, okay, 2010s. I was looking at it before. So as you can see, we've got a last prefix. Looks pretty good. Looks like it might have been slightly circulated, but it's a pretty good banknote. And was that a fold? Yeah, it's got a fold here that you can see clearly on this side, but on the other side it doesn't really show up. Okay, so this is a circulated banknote. So really, you need over $200 just to make inflation, but that's what you're looking for. And then we have a whole bunch of first prefixes. So we'll just look at one, and they also look pretty good. But AA, obviously it's easy to pick those out when you get a banknote. But the last prefix, generally when these come out, you're not too sure which is the last prefix, so a lot of those don't get picked up. So really, okay, we've got 3 for $4.50, and these are just for sale. So what we need to do is check for sold items and see what is sold. So I got run on 2 AA, and first and last prefix $270. And the same here. Really, so as you can see, they're in uncirculated condition. So realistically, for me, keeping these since 2010, even if it's the last prefix. It's just not worth it. Obviously, you're not going to get your money back from inflation. I better off just buying silver or gold, really. So that's just my take on it. But if you like it as a collector, yeah, just probably get one. That's it, just one banknote. And as you can see, not too many have sold. We've got a lot of other different banknotes. So if we look at the other ones, they're all pretty much the same. So basically, this is banknotes going back into circulation. As you can see, it has some damage. Even the first and last prefixes are not living up to inflation, not like you see with $5 banknotes. So these ones generally go above inflation in value, and there's a few reasons why. So first of all, these are high value banknotes. I find that high value banknotes of any country, so even Hong Kong $1,000 banknote, which is roughly about $200, they struggle to sell for even, they don't sell for inflation, they sell for way less, especially even uncirculated ones. So they struggle to keep up with inflation. The lower denomination banknotes seem to not to, so $20, 10s and 5s. So basically anything 50 or 100, I would only keep a representative sample. And these ones, like, even though it's not really that well circulated at the moment, even in the future, you're just going to lose too much value with inflation. So anyway, that's just my take on it. I hope this helps you with your banknote and coin collecting. And let me know down below what you think about $100 notes. Thank you very much, and goodbye.